Hi, this is Dale Zahn on behalf of the Public Relations Committee of the West Michigan Lakeshore Association of Realtors. And welcome to Member Spotlight. This is an opportunity to get to know one of our members or affiliates in a way that maybe you didn't really know them. And our guest today is Dave Kuiper. Dave is from Northpointe Bank. In which location, Dave?
I'm in the Holland office.
You're in the Holland office. Why'd you become a banker?
We'll never know.
People don't grow
You
up
don't
saying,
grow up.
I want to be a mortgage person.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I actually, from about 4th or 5th grade, intended to be a heart surgeon. And came to Hope College because they have a very good pre-med program, one of the top in the country. And came here all the way from Washington State. So part of that was the growing up and getting away from home, and also going to a good school at the same time.
Imagine that.
And then my spring of my junior year started to get burned out in all the advanced science and math, and had a revelation that maybe I'd like to work with people a little more than working in a lab or in a hospital or something like that.
Well, they work with people too.
They do, but in a very different way.
Yeah.
And so my senior year, I finished up my pre-med biology degree, but I added a business major, and it took me an extra semester after 4 years to get that taken care of. And if somebody had told me when I was young that I was going to be in sales, I would have said no way, because I am a pretty shy, laid-back, introverted kind of person. And real estate and mortgage banking is sales.
Sure
All
is.
day, every day. And I love it. But
Oh,
I
that's
never
good.
would have guessed, looking back, that if somebody had told me that, I would have been like, you're crazy.
Well, you've been on our Public Relations Committee for a while yourself. You've obviously volunteered your time. You've given back to the association. Why do you do that?
I enjoy it. Public relations and marketing are a big part of what I do in my business. And it's a great way to hang out with realtors.
Well, let's get into some of the nitty-gritty of things that perhaps people did not know at all about you
I'm
in terms of your volunteerism.
I'm-
You're 6'7"
Yeah,
and a
5'19",
basketball player.
And not a basketball
Oh, well, that's kind of shocking,
player.
but
It happens.
hey, it does happen. You've got some unique ideas as to volunteerism and what you really have got your arms around and like to pursue, and they're not in the US of A. Tell us about it.
You bet. So it kind of started twofold. Several years ago, we had a foreign exchange student stay with us for a semester, and she was from Guatemala, and we loved her, and we did not want her to go home. She has become part of our family. So that's part of the backstory. The other part of the backstory is my youngest son has been in a Spanish immersion program since kindergarten. He's now a senior in high school, but so he's completely fluent reading, writing, speaking Spanish. And so we wanted to combine those two. We've always tried on vacation to go to Spanish-speaking countries,
Mm-hmm.
and they're warm usually, by the way. That's a bonus. And so we wanted to go visit and meet the rest of Natalie's family in Guatemala. And our church sends a team down to Guatemala several times a year, actually, to build homes. And so we combined 5 years ago a trip to go meet our extended family in Guatemala and participate in a mission service project trip, building houses. And we fell in love with the country and the people. And so now we've gone back 5 years every summer. The first week in August, we go down with a team of about 40 people from West Michigan, and we build between 20 and 30 homes in the
That's great.
rural, mountainous villages of Guatemala.
So you love,
I'm a builder
you're a builder
and a banker.
and a banker,
Whoa.
builder and a banker, B&B. Now, looking over some of your background and criteria, much as you have a love for Guatemala, that's not the place you would most like to visit. Where is that?
I enjoy visiting there a lot. I'm a beach bum, so the fact that I have shoes and socks on is kind of a bonus.
It's too bad
today.
we can't zoom in on that.
There are shoes and socks on my legs.
There are.
Yeah.
They're size 22 shoes, but that's all right.
Not quite. There's several, but I love traveling and experiencing new cultures. Top on the list, next up, I think I'd like to go to Spain.
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 Where would you like to live?
If I could live anywhere.
Oh, this is a test now.
This is a test.
Yeah.
The politically correct answer is West Michigan is a wonderful place to live. Have kids and grandkids here.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, but I really, really, really love Belize.
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 That's what I was getting.
Yeah, 5 years ago
Okay.
we went there for the first time. I'm also a scuba diver, so if you put beaches and scuba and fantastic reefs together, Belize was wonderful. And it's English speaking, and they use US dollars. It's very easy. Hard to
Very
get to,
cool.
but very easy to be there.
Let's talk about music. We'll get into a little bit of David Kuiper and
Boy.
music. Whose favorite band or what kind of concert would you like to go to?
Well, you could describe me as eclectic.
Okay,
I do not enjoy country music, and I do not enjoy opera, but I like pretty much everything else.
Okay.
And my youngest son is very into music as well, so I've got him brainwashed on the classics, and so we go to a lot of classic concerts. I think our favorite has been The Who, but we've seen
Pinball Wizard.
you bet. We've seen Def
Pete
Leppard
Townsend.
and Journey and Heart and all the
Sure.
good 80s music you know,
Sure.
from when I was a boy. And then he's got me into some of these obscure new bands that are coming out and new artists, and so it keeps me a little contemporary at the same time. So
You play any instruments?
I play 0 instruments.
Would you like to?
Yes,
What?
I would like to play the cello.
That's
I
an interesting
enjoy
choice.
listening to the cello.
Yeah, beautiful music.
I just, it gives me shivers to listen to. I don't know if or when I'll ever have the time or the patience or the energy to actually learn, but
Make the time.
that is on my bucket list for sure.
Make the time.
Learning to speak Spanish would be another bucket list
Okay,
item,
so
and
so far
I
we-
am making the time for that right now.
We've learned you'd like to play the cello, you want to live in Belize, you want to travel the world, you enjoy Guatemala. You're just an artist of sorts.
You
Where
could
are
say-
you?
You could say that.
I did.
That's an unknown. People don't think of bankers and artists in the same sentence usually. I've always been creative on the financing, putting financing together. But about 4 years ago, I discovered that I had an artist living in me. And I have participated in Art Prize a couple of years
Cool.
and gotten a lot of encouragement from what I'll call real artists who are telling me that I am now a real artist also. And have been selling some of my art, and that's been fun and rewarding. But it's a good hobby thing to keep me busy now.
Sure.
But the unusual thing about the art that I do, I can't paint or draw or anything, but I walk the family dog 3 or 4 or 5 miles a day, and I pick up random objects off the side of the road that have been discarded or lost, and that are interesting or unusual or bizarre, and I assemble them into pieces of art.
Well, that's very cool.
So-
What's your favorite quote in life?
I collect quotes actually, but one of my favorite quotes is, "The man at the top of the mountain didn't fall there."
Wise words.
A lot of
It's a
people
great
think that
quote.
real estate or banking are easy, and if they look at people that have achieved some level of success, they think, I could do that, and they don't see all the hard work it took to get where somebody is today. So that's why I like that quote. It's a reminder that we need to work hard for what we get.
As you know, having been on the PR committee, a lot of questions that we ask people. We like to keep this conversational. But
Mhm.
one of the questions you did answer, and I really loved it, was what's your favorite color? And you said blue. And I look at that as realtor blue. Nice choice of colors.
Yeah, because my eyes are blue. Did
And
you
your
notice?
jacket is
My
blue.
jacket is blue.
And even
And blue
your
and
socks
vest.
that we can't zoom in on are blue.
Yeah, but it all
But
trickles
you're not a
back
blue
to
person.
realtor blue for sure.
Well, listen, we're about out of time. and we've reached our limit. This has gone very quickly, and I hope people have gotten a better understanding as to who David Kuiper is at Northpointe Bank in Holland. We appreciate having you as a volunteer at Wimlar and having been a guest on this video.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
On behalf of the PR committee, Dale Zahn here. If you'd like to submit somebody that you would like members to get to know better, contact Jody at the West Michigan Lakeshore Association of Realtors. Until next time.